Alright, today for your homework you are going to make a spinner, and you're going to actually you're going to learn how to make a spinner, and you're going to do it in class tomorrow. So the first thing you need to do is determine how many spaces you want your spinner to be. So the math behind that is as follows. So you're going to talk about making a circle. So let's make our circle first just so we have a visual. So we make a circle. You're going to make a center point. So you're going to make a circle on a piece of paper. You're going to make it pretty big. You're trying to make it as big as the paper itself. Make a circle, which is going to be a lot easier for me to do on the computer for you, but you'll have several opportunities to practice. Okay, so you make a circle. Okay, let's put this aside. Now, the math behind the circle, we need to realize that how many degrees does a circle, or in a circle. So here's our protractor. We line it up. We see that halfway around the circle, let's make it a different color here. It was red. Halfway around the circle is 180 degrees. Having trouble here, but we'll work on it. And then the other half of the circle is another 180 degrees, so together 360 degrees. Okay, so the whole circle equals 360 degrees. Now we're going to make a spinner with equal sides. You can either make it with, to be easy, you can make as many sides, as many pieces as you want, but to have whole numbers as answers, we're going to make either 4 sides, 6 sides, 9 sides, 10 sides, or 12 sides, because all these numbers will go into 360 evenly. So all we need to do is we take 360, divide it by 4, and we get 90 degrees. Right? Does that make sense? So if you divide the circle into 4 equal pieces, you get 90 degrees. For 6, 360 degrees divided by 6 would be 72 degrees. 360 divided by 9 would be 40 degrees. 360 divided by 10 would be 36 degrees. 360 divided by 12, 360 divided by 12 would equal 30 degrees. Okay. Alright, so what we'll do is we have to make, if we're going to, depending on how many sides or how many equal pieces we want to make, if we want to make it 9 equal spaces, each space has got to be 40 degrees, because 40 degrees times 9 spaces equals 360 degrees. Okay, hopefully that will make sense to you. So let's clear all this stuff out of here. Alright, so let's start over. Let's make our center point. And we'll use this line as a reference here. Okay, take our compass, create our circle. Okay. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. The first way is take your protractor, line it up right in the center. Which is easier said than done on the computer. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to mark our beginning point, which is here. Okay, now if we want to make it, let's say, 6 sides, we're going to go make a mark at 60 degrees. Okay? There's a mark at 60. And then add 60 more, that's 120. And then add 60 more, which is 180. All right, now we need to rotate our protractor around. Make sure we line it up in the right spot, because if we line up at that first mark, 60 more degrees. Let's go on this side. 60. Then go to 120 here. And that should be it. Then we just make our, take a straight edge. Now if we take a ruler, which I'm just going to take a thing, we can just, if you go from the center, just connect your points. Oops, let's undo that one. Okay, so there's a 6-sided spinner, and then you can label it any way you want or color it in any way you want. You could put letters, numbers, colors, just to fill in the spaces, and it didn't work because it didn't fill there, but you could fill it in any way you like to make your spinner. Now, I want you to try to challenge yourself and make more than just an easy one would be just the 4, the 90 degrees. That's just dividing it into 4 equal pieces. But you need to use a protractor to do it. Now there's another way to do it. Let's start over again. Don't want to do that. Just clear the annotations. Get rid of the... Alright, let's make another circle. Start with our center point. Grab the compass. Put it at the center. Let's open it up a little bit wider. Change the color. Make our circle. Alright. Here's our circle. Now, if we want to, we take our compass, our protractor now. Let's line it up. Okay, well that's a pretty good circle, it's right on the mark. Okay, so now, another way to do this, just say we want to make 9 sides. So, each piece has got to be 40 degrees. So we'll make a mark at 40 degrees, which is right here. I'm actually going to highlight this whole section of 40 degrees. Okay? Now I'm going to remove the protractor because you really don't need it anymore. Alright, we take our compass and we rotate it around so the pencil is the distance of the arc of the 40 degrees. And you got to make it pretty close, so it's just the distance of the red mark, right? Just make an arc. Okay? Now all we do is we move the compass along to each mark that we make, and you got to make sure It's actually a little bit easier to do on paper. Keep making marks every so many degrees, because what you're doing is you just have the in the compass has the distance of the degrees that you want. Just keep on making it all the way through. You know you did it perfect is if you get back to the last one. I'm a little off. That's okay. If it's a little off, it's all right. And then you need your center point, so what you do now is you just take your lines, your ruler, and you just mark. All the sections. And then you just label it any way you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equal sections. So that is how you make a spinner, 2 different ways, either by using a protractor and marking every angle, or using a compass and just marking the edges. So, all right, so in class tomorrow you're going to have to do this. We'll have all the materials ready for you, and then I am going to collect this as a grade from the teacher. Okay?